that is.
Yeah, but
free to fear.
Looks like we're back in game 1 of Cloud9 versus Evo Geniuses for Dreamhack Winter 2014 Grand Finals. This should be a very exciting best of 5. On the Radiant side is Cloud9. Going on to the bottom lane, we have AI 2000 playing the Elder Titan, Bone 7 on the Centaur. In the mid lane, looks like it's going to be Envy playing the, well actually he's going up top now, Terrorblade. pieliedie scouting with a Treant, and last but not least, it's going to be FATA Puck.
Yeah, maybe they want to dodge here because, of course, going up against Zeus as Terrorblade is very scary. So laning stage, very important. C9 trying to get the good matchups here.
Now we'll go over EG really quick before the creeps clash. We got Zai playing on the Ogre Magi. Sven actually going to be handled this game by Universe. It's a bit interesting. Of course, middle lane, we got that Fear Zeus we've already talked so much about. Dazzle going to be played by PPD. And of course, that leaves Arteezy on his Lycan.
It seems that it's just going to be the Puck against Zeus on mid lane. Still a pretty good matchup for Zeus, though, as it's very difficult to dodge any of the damage output that he deals. And PPD not really going to be down on bottom, going to roam a little bit here. And we do see the dual offlane start, at least from EG. Pretty much expected.
So, if you're Cloud9 right now, obviously your highest priority is hitting that peak timing that you were talking about during the mid game, where you have like 25, 30 minutes in, maybe you have your Manta Scotty, like that's your ideal progression, I guess, in most games. You kind of want to end it there, right? Like that's your goal.
I think so, yeah. I'm worried for C9 here, just by the fact that they have a peak where they need to be strong. And EG, with all the armor, maybe it could be really difficult for a Terrorblade to do as much as he normally does. Is he going to be sneaky here? They're trying to do some stuff here.
I don't think they get the kill.
I don't think so. Unless Fear goes out of position.
Yeah, Fear knows. I mean, he's going to stay back in Arc.
Oh, he might, but... yeah, they're not going to get this.
I mean, it's painfully obvious at this point now that Envy's not end lane farming. He can, in theory, be jungling. There's always that option, but...
now it's even more obvious as it just fades out.
Yeah. So, in fact, he is actually just jungling. So it's pieliedie off-lane tree. I think he wanted to go top, and he's like, you know what, I just gotta go jungle now.
This is the downside to drafting TV so early. You don't really get an easy time laning it, because EG have adapted their draft against this hero. So drafting your carry early on does have some weaknesses, but they did get Terrorblade, who they are very comfortable playing. And we've seen Envy struggle before in laning stage and then come back.
Definitely. Looks like Bone 7's gonna make the rotation top as Envy goes to the bottom. Normally you don't see Sven off lane just work, but first of all, you got the Howl bonus damage. Second of all, plus armor and runaway speed, Warcry is not too bad. And lastly, you're up against Elder Titan as a support.
I'm gonna say that offlane Sven is the way to run it. I played a lot of Sven a while ago, and I realized that mid, not too impressive, carry, not the best, offlane, really amazing, so hard to kill, 5 armor already without using his Warcry, and of course, you provide so much for your team just by having level 6 or 7.
And Universe is going to try to secure the bottom rune here, whereas top it's going to be a 2-on-2.
Look at these fight over the rune spot. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a big cluster at the rune, and it looks like Bone 7 will take this. He has to kind of take it. No. Yeah, I don't think the mid bot will kill.
Universe has a haste. He's going to try to go for a stomp. He dodges it. He's going to walk forward. Universe gets the first blood.
The RNG for EG.
Yeah. That was really, really important as well. Getting first blood as your offlaner without anyone ganking for you, just securing that solo kill.
I'm telling you, man, it's the jacket.
It's the jacket. It's just the shoes.
He just created the rune out of, Universe things.
I mean, really, when you get a start like that, you can't really be in a better position, I think, because this is a lane where you should basically never have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's the dream right there. And the other lanes, of course, doing really well as well for EG. 16 last hits on their Lycan, 16 last hits on the Zeus.
And FATA, even on one of his best heroes, it's very difficult to get to phase shift consistently when you're against the Zeus if you want to block Mass Arc Lightnings. And if you waste your phase shift, you run the risk of getting bolted as well, which does even more damage. So the more levels he gets, the harder it's going to be.
Fear has been trying to actually just arc onto the Puck. Oh, actually, maybe we might have a dive. No, Puck's going to...
Yeah, he has been doing that a lot, just targeting the Puck immediately. And that's when, as we talked about some other day, if you had the autocast from back in Dota 1, then he could have dodged it, but now there's really no way.
So we do see a ton of lane rotation from Cloud9. Now it's Aoi up top here farming in the off lane, but you know, all of these rotations is going to just benefit EG because EG's getting the stable lanes. They have the better lanes. They're getting more farm and experience. It would not surprise me when they go in and experience graph will reflect that in just a bit.
I think Cloud9, they're having a little bit of struggles right now, but like Wega mentioned, Envy's recovery on Terrorblade is always on point. Like, so even if he doesn't have an amazing laning phase, his item timing is seemingly perfect every single game. By 25, 27 minutes, he always has the 2 core items that he needs. And then they just start trying to take engagements based off that. I think actually the biggest thing to worry about is to make sure that FATA is the one who has an okay start, because I think they rely on him very heavily to make that space. And speaking of bottom lane, double stun coming out from Universe. They're going on pieliedie. He still has armor and leaksy, but it's not going to be enough, and Universe gets himself a second kill.
That clubbing, just going ham with the right clicks. Chain stun is very, very dangerous, even for a tanky support.
Yeah, another beauty of running that Sven as off lane, you can make ganks very successfully just with one support. In fact, they're going to rotate around again. Stun's going to come out against Envy. He got the tango up, but look at the clubbing. The damage going to come out here. That living armor immediately dispelled. He's trying to run into the trees. He will make it there, but good harass coming out here from EG, and TP got cancelled.
Yeah, poor my shields and all the armor you have on Terrorblade, very difficult to bring down, but as you said, just right-click him that much can be enough to mess up his farm a little bit, and power treads 4 minutes and 50 seconds in for an off-lane Sven.
Lone 7 wasting a ton of time on that mid lane right now. He's standing there without noticing that there is a ward. Sure, he's zoning out Fear, but I mean, that's it.
Yeah, Fear is not really impressed by it.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see Universe go for the treads. Like, sure, there are 2, possibly 3 arcane boot carriers on the side of EG, but I think having early arcanes, like having Zai down there more often, you can just spam stuns on Envy. Like, what is he going to do against that? He has to ferry, like, mass amounts of regen just to be able to stay in lane.
I think he might eventually go for a bottle, so he can, in theory, still do that.
That's true.
Yeah. Here comes E rotating around here, but the illusion actually will take one of the stuns, but here, Universe actually doesn't have any mana. He does have 2 charges on the Mastic, and in theory could tread swap, but in fact, he turns around and be like, yo, you have no mana.
He's perfectly fine. But still though, all this aggression is just keeping Terrorblade from dealing any tower damage, and it is messing with his farm a little bit.
Oh, he has mana now. In fact, the bottom lane, the sun's going to come out, and he's going to eat another Fire Blast. Zeus ult's going to come through. That's going to secure a killing spree on Universe. Is it the shoes? How does he do it?
I mean, that was very fortuitous timing, right? Like, Fear was level 6 around the same time that they went back in on there, so really good communication coming out from EG, just knowing their limits. And like I said, the guaranteed stun, Stormhammer does a lot of damage for a stun. It's right up there with Magic Missile, I think, for some of the highest single-target stun damages that you're going to be able to find. So
yeah,
you get bursted so hard.
Along with the fact that you normally deal a few right-clicks during that time as well, it does deal a ton of damage. And meanwhile, Envy is being bullied this much. 46 CS, 6 minutes and 40 seconds in on the Lycan. He's just having a blast up on top lane.
Yeah, he's going for a straight Midas, and he'll have it in about just 1 or 2 more creep kills. So Arteezy rolling away with the game. Zai's actually going to get found here in the jungle, but is there actually an initiation for him? No, he'll just walk away. I mean, I feel like Ogre in this particular game just showcased how good he is. He's just walking around bullying people.
Yeah, that's why they second pick the hero, rating it even higher than Elder Titan, for example.
Yeah.
PPD knows how high value that hero is, and Zai plays it really well. Same for PPD.
And bottom lane again, Zai just being down here. Having a soul ring, honestly, this early on Ogre, because of his base regen, it's so insane. Like 6.4 health regen, you almost get all your health back by the time your soul ring actually comes off cooldown. I actually think you do. Yeah, you definitely do, because you get 180 HP over 30 seconds with that much regen, so...
Yeah. And this is a big problem here, because Sven has 27 CS, and your Centaur has 12. Centaur also rotated down here to try and find some farm, forcing Terrorblade into the jungle. This is definitely a laning stage going the way of EG.
Oh, by a mile. Look at the goal lead. It's a 3,000 goal lead without any towers being taken up.
This is standard EG. Like, let's be totally honest. If we were to say that their lead was even less than that, it might be surprising.
It would be, yeah. They're just that solid. And Arteezy, I mean, he's as close to complete perfect CS as you could be. 67 at 8 minutes in. Farming jungle effectively now as well. Letting PPD catch up on levels on top. This is terrifying for C9, even if you have a timing.
I'm actually somewhat surprised at the player on hero pairing. I thought for sure it was going to be PPD on the Ogre and Zai on Dazzle, because Dazzle is the hero that you want a little bit more experience in gold on. Definitely will benefit from a level 16, for example.
I think it's the playstyle of the heroes, actually. Like, Zai wants to be the one moving around, and he's going to do just that. They are going to get scouted by pieliedie.
Zai is also very comfortable playing along with Universe. They always tag team really well in the off lane, get so much done. Whether it's Zai on an Elder Titan or in this game an Ogre, he always does so well.
Yeah, the bottom lane, in fact, is Universe that's just completely bullying the lane. He's got 1,300 gold. I wonder what item he's going to go for.
He might just go Blink,
I think Blink's perfect. I mean, you play him like a sort of a pseudo Centaur as an initiator.
The other option is you go Mask of Madness and you play him just like a normal core, because he's already had such a good start that, I mean, getting a Mask of Madness, your damage output is going to be completely insane.
Oh, I think that Blink is by far and away the best choice for Sven here, because he has so much follow-up. If you just get that stun in, Ogre could probably follow you up, and Zeus always going to be there with nukes as well.
Yeah, they just want a hero to force fights, and you know, Sven Blink is just probably the best one to do it.
Yeah, because in terms of damage output, you still already have the Howl from Lycan, and Lycan himself with his right-clicking. Ogre just being ballsy here, walking in and stealing CS.
I mean, the difference is the fact that, like, Ogre's level 5. I mean, in theory, Tree could walk in and bully him back, because the right-click is fairly fearsome, but Fire Blast Ignite, man. What a combination of spells.
Oh, Arteezy gonna be shape shifting here. Probably gonna be the one phase shifting. He's gonna walk the high ground, maybe forcing him to use a coil here.
Oh no?
No, he's okay.
Okay, maybe not.
Alright.
The wolves are coming in. Wow.
In the meantime, inside the woods, Bone 7 caught out here by Zai. Does he have time for another stomp? Zai has 5 seconds left on his stun, and he comes in, pops him Metamorphosis. I think he's okay, maybe.
Leech Sea coming in here. It's gonna get it off here. Envy could chase, but he turned back. He did not believe in pieliedie. 2 more right clicks should do it. Magic Stick's gonna come out.
The two Swedes running at each other.
But meanwhile, here comes Fairies invis up. Oh, that's a dead tree. Yeah, that's a dead tree. And now Envy's actually surrounded from all sides. Looks like they're not gonna go for him. But EG extremely effective. And if you look at Zeus, I think Zeus could also go for a Blink Dagger.
Yeah. Good respect there to Terrorblade and his high damage. When you have cooldown, you don't want to go into him. Blink Dagger on Zeus, very good. I mean, Blink, Yules, these are the 2 items you want to complete. Blink Dagger first is a little bit more common, so probably going to go for it. And Sven does have enough gold now to buy up his Blink, so dangerous time.
My god, Arteezy's farm. 102 CS at 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
Midas Vlads and 600 gold to his name.
Actually farming more than an entire creep wave. Just farming jungle and the lane.
I don't know, man. Like, how do you stop this, really, if you're Cloud9? Like, you're supposed to hit that, like, 25, 30-minute timing, and you are not even close to on par with where you should be.
Well, they tried to put some pressure on the off lane, but it did not work at all. I mean, there was this free farm going on for Lycan. The heal from Dazzle was too good with the Lycan Wolves. So Arteezy is ending up with complete free farm, and at this stage,
I think Aui's dead top. If he even shows up to where Sven could blink and stun, he's got to be extremely careful.
Yeah, Lycan ulti just cooled off as well, so they definitely want to dive him, I think.
Well, worst case scenario, they get the tower, right? I mean, they don't even have to kill the hero. They can just go for the push. And they know he's here now. He's actually going to use the stomp.
Nicely done, but tower is going to go down regardless. And that's a T1 with no trades at all.
Dazzle securing the tower. Like a good support shit.
Got that DD, man.
Mid lane here, looks like they want to make a go here. FATA didn't actually face it. Here comes the Stampede coils on 2. They got to kill Zai quick, and they will. The orb out in response. PPD TP's with a double damage. Cloud9 gets on board with 1 kill.
Yeah, and Universe also struggling to find his first rotation here with the Blink Dagger. Has not really found anyone yet.
Yeah, and he's being very diligent about not showing it either. He's just kind of sitting in fog, waiting around, and it can be a little bit costly to do this.
I think it's obvious at this point, though. He's gonna try to... Nice reaction time. FATA gonna get away with this one. Very
crazy fast.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, a little bit nice body block from the Wolf here. pieliedie goes in this. Sentry's gonna get dropped the Fire Blast, and just one more chomp. You know, a mark of a really good team is that they win the game really hard, and they make it look easy. It's like, yeah, why don't more teams do this? Yeah, get a kill, go rotate into Roshan Pit.
I mean, honestly, I love this Sven pick here. Sure, it looks good after you see Universe getting like 3 kills in a row, and the haste rune certainly had a lot to do with that. I would even go as far as to say Universe would have lost that lane really hard if he didn't get a haste rune. But you know what? Going to the rune in the first place and trying to control it is why stuff like that happens. And EG able to get a totally uncontested Roshan here. Aegis up on the Lycan, and things looking really good for them right now.
What does Cloud9 need to... I don't want to say even stage a comeback, like just have a chance. Ooh,
they
nice.
need a blink on Bone 7.
Oh, nice silence coming out of FATA, but he's out of... The sun's going to come through.
I mean, they need to get to the blink dagger on Puck and then try to make things happen with Centaur, Puck, and ET. And just try to keep Terrorblade away from this. Give him some time to farm up, because right now, he's almost half the net worth of Lycan. He is falling extremely far behind.
I don't know if you can actually keep up with Arteezy's farm rate at this point. I mean, we talked about the golden experience advantage they had even prior to killing any tier 1s. Well, I'm pretty sure the tier 1s of Cloud9 are going to be dying really soon. And then you have a tree who's not even level 6, and your usefulness kind of starts to wane at that point. And FATA,
well, he used a lot of its defensive capability. If that ooh, nice face. He's going to try to walk out with the Fire Blast. Will follow. FATA didn't want to use his Blink like that. Stampede and Coil to be used. He is going to live to the right side, but Thunder God's Wrath is not available. And he'll survive, but at what cost?
Yeah, he threw it out.
That tower's dead.
Yeah. Well, he did force out a few reactions there, even the Zeus ulti. But tower is, as you said, probably going to go down here. They scout him out with a Dazzle ulti, or actually they missed him, so maybe they didn't see him there. But meanwhile, some farm is being had at least by Terrorblade. And Puck starting to make things happen with his Blink Dagger, but he needs to fight alongside the Centaur and ET to find any pickoff.
How is Cloud9's ability to hold the high ground? Because I feel like this game is going to be decided up to that point.
It's pretty good. I think, like, FATA and Bone 7 are both going to have blinks by the time they even start like pushing into tier 2s, which is a really big thing. And also you're going to have Elder Titan on top of that, which is hard to push into. You have Orb to clear the wave a bit, and now pieliedie is finally 6. So.
I mean, you have to think that at the point where EG start to go high ground, they're probably going to look at Aegis and Necrobook. So they already have the Necro 1. And if Lycan carries maybe an Aegis from next to Roshan and pushes high ground, you can't really stop it by Blink Dagger commitments. You need to clear the wave somehow, kill the Necrobooks and keep them away.
It's definitely true. It looks like they'll find Fury. Initiation's going to come through. Nice silence coming out from FATA. It looks like they don't have Coil for the secondary kill, but Zai being chased down. The Coil is used. Grave is available on PPD. He will use it, but the Overgrowth won't cancel the TP. It looks like some 1-by-1, but Universe comes in. Oh my god, it's a train by Envy though. He's coming and doing massive damage. Universe runs away thanks to the plus 16 armor. Meanwhile, on the backline, Arteezy right-clicking away. He does have the Aegis Immortal, so he's not too afraid. At the end, it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. It's not done yet. PPE runs through. My god, the lawnmower of Envy just chopped him down.
Yeah, that's a really nice timing for C9, starting to fight with that Metamorphosis. We see the crowd, of course, cheering. This is definitely a game. They are behind, but they're also struggling to get some towers here against EG. C9 themselves also have the Treant, so if they just don't lose the tower immediately, they could heal them up.
Ooh, Arteezy perhaps going to get solo kill. Nicely done by Cloud9. A kill that you don't expect to have, and this T1 tower might actually get killed. Arteezy barely runs away from the stomp. Showing some sign of life is Cloud9.
A really nice couple of picks there, coming into a tier 1 middle lane. Probably one of the most important towers to take if you're in Cloud9's position right now. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that, again, there's a lot more blinks coming out on the side of Cloud9. This is one of, I would say, many peaks that they're going to have this game. Is when you have all your initiators with their items.
I mean, how impressed has FATA played? Like, he's been gone on so many times. He hasn't died yet.
Yeah, FATA has played so solid the entire LAN, so I'm not surprised at all that he has been hard to kill in this game. But Sven also, you could see already how much that armor did against Terrorblade, because Terrorblade was clicking him. Almost every time that we see that, TB dies, or TB kills someone immediately. Yeah. Sven just walked away, did not care.
Ooh, looks like we're going initiation. The Wolves low block, a little bit of scouting. That's something that PPD talked about. He loves it when his Lycan player actively scouts, and that free information is really uncounterable.
Yeah, and you can even go as far as like put it on heroes, put a move command, and just follow him up. And speaking of, they're going to go on Arteezy here. They've caught him out. He does not, or he does have shapeshift, but he's going to be caught inside of a coil. Can anyone in the team help him here? He is going to drop. They're going to trade 1-for-1. They end up losing Centaur in the process.
That's a massive pick though, killing off the Lycan. Slows down the timing of EG. Really good gank, even though they committed 3 heroes to going out there. Still worth.
Yeah, meanwhile Envy's farming at the Ancients, so Cloud9 is not exactly having the best start, but one of the more disciplined recovery I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I think this is... When he gets up to his Manta, I think things start to turn around a little bit because you can disjoint some of the stuns. They're pretty easy, actually. And then you can just start working your way towards that Scotty, and when that happens, you have other Titan on your team, your damage output starts to skyrocket, even against the Sven. Like, yeah, you got the plus armor from the Warcry and such, but still a long way from being over for Cloud9.
Yeah, some massive items coming out here from the side of EG, though. Force Staff is going to be available very soon. That's going to allow you to push away your teammates who gets initiated on. And I feel like Cloud9, the way that they're getting these picks, they're essentially throwing everything on a single hero and then moving on to the next. And things like Force Staff, the Grave is going to be very good against what Cloud9 has in the mid game.
Yeah, and it's very hard to Grave too early on into a game because you need high level on the Grave, giving that cast range.
That's why I thought it was surprising that Zai is not playing this hero, because Zai generally has very high level input.
Dazzle players take note, he has ulti.
Yep.
He has a skill ulti.
I also think that, like, PPD he's level 10.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's under-leveled by any stretch. I mean, having level 2 weave at around the 20-plus minute mark is still very good.
Actually, Zai is playing the PPD role this game. He's only level 8.
Well, I mean, he still is getting a little bit of farm, right? Like, he's got a point booster, 1,000 gold, boots.
Well, PPD is still playing the PPD role as well, because he has even less gold, so...
That's true. I guess the level distribution is a little different from what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, and Elder Titan is farming much more than the supports of EG.
Yep.
So C9 have a little bit stronger core of 4 heroes, but then you could argue Lycan is just a beast right now. So much gold.
Elder Titan feels like a keeper of the light in terms of his farm in this particular game, because he just has to throw his spirit out and stomp to defend towers, right? And you are going to just pick up creep kills.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, he is a very spam-centric hero. Astral Spirit is only 16 seconds, and then Stomp is 15. So they synergize very well. You can basically use them together every single time.
They want to go and gank here with the rune on EternaLEnvy, as always on his Terrorblade. I believe he had an illusion rune in this gank. Trying to find someone, Zai. Can you feel it?
They feel it. They're definitely walking back, but Arteezy's, they know the smoke is broken. They know exactly where it is. Arteezy, the silence is going to come through Arteezy. Wow, another clean pick. They see Zai. Zai will face, but now it's Zai in a ton of trouble. Yulsep is going to get used to the sun not hitting too much. The Earth Splitter, though, will bring him back. Another kill. Cloud9 effectively making a comeback here. Score 7-7. The Go Graph really arching back up.
Yeah, and gold on TB is worth more than gold on Lycan for sure. Like, if you get to the same point of net worth, TB is gonna outcarry for sure.
Alright,
nice aggressive play here. The rotations from C9 working out well.
Another tower going the way of Cloud9, and that will actually be able to finish up the Manta for Envy if he decides to buy it.
Yeah, and he has some gold to go as well. So, closing up on that Scotty, working on it slowly. It's not gonna be as fast as it has been previously, because he had like a very delayed Manta style.
Yeah.
But it's still fine.
Normally his Manta timing is like 15-16 minutes, so 7 minutes behind is pretty significant, but I think continually getting those kills, starting to get some tier 1s, maybe open up the opportunity for Roshan, as it's going to be scouted out here by Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, last game against VP at this point with Courier might be a little bit trouble. We were talking about him finishing Scotty, right? Like, it's just a big difference of how far behind he has been this game. But EG, what's their next move? It seems like they're perhaps getting somewhat outplayed for the past couple of minutes. The games are just not connecting.
Yeah, they have been, because they haven't gone for like a group up with the Necrobook or anything. And C9's rotations, their ganks have been really well executed. And Puck is showing how important he has been for them. They are farming up a big stack here now, though. Arteezy getting even fatter.
I love the synergy, actually, because the Shadow Wave actually hits Ancients, so
it does.
You can use the Wolves to deal a little bit more damage, kill the stack faster. It's kind of like Venge-esque, right?
Yeah, sort of.
And on top of that, you have Universe, who still has yet to die. He has 5 of the 7 of EG's kills right now, and he's working his way towards the BKB.
Surprisingly low kill score in this game. Both teams respecting each other quite a lot and trying not to give away too much.
I think the Universe score looks really impressive, but we gotta keep in mind. Oh, here comes initiation. Bone 7 want to jump in here, but Sven gets one quick pick on pieliedie. PPD's gonna be fine. FATA needs to get the hell out of there. Bone 7 goes down as well. Grave is gonna secure PPD's life, and that's gonna give the Roshan to Evil Geniuses.
Oh, EG winning this fight quite handedly.
That was a great counter initiate. Oh, FATA wants to make a play, man. He drops his teleports, bro. He thinks about War Spin. Oh, a little bit short on that blink. And he'll get himself out. Gotta phase. Okay, nice heals.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
so hard to kill.
That was a very key Zeus ultimate. Basically cancel every blink dagger, so FATA could not get off a good coil. Bone 7 could not get off a stun. And that's what allowed the quick picks from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, Zeus is such a dangerous hero. Whether it's a support or a core, his ulti is always amazing.
I think as soon as you hear that stampede sound from the Centaur, you just ult, right?
Yeah, just click it.
It's like, even if you don't really cancel much blink dagger, the fact that you know where the enemies are really helps you stage your fight, whether it's a retreat, whether it's, you know, engage.
Yeah, and you might not cancel everyone's blink, but if you cancel just one guy, that might be even better, you know? Because then the entire enemy team might not be going together.
That's true.
And you can pick someone off. Universe working on a BKB here on Sven. He's still not that dangerous, but when he gets max level on his cleave, it's gonna be, oh, there we go.
Oh, man.
What a play.
That hurts. That actually hurts quite a bit.
Treant just revealing a smoke gang by some nice positioning, really. He was standing under a sentry, but there was no vision up there as well.
Yeah.
So, just nice.
PBD has pieliedie has 3 teleport scrolls. He's like, yep, I'm gonna stay in the enemy jungle. I'm ready to get out. This is some like Marine stuff, or maybe Navy SEAL stuff.
Okay, wait, Fear didn't see him there? It was definitely daytime. He came out for a second, but looks like he didn't actually spot him.
Old man vision.
Jeez.
Damn. Need that reading glasses, man.
I don't think he was
right now.
in vision completely there.
I look quite close. We'll see.
Definitely. But either way, EG, despite getting that Roshan, they still feel like they're a little bit on the back foot against C9.
Yeah, I mean, I think that actually waiting it out right now is a little bit dangerous for EG, right? Because in another 10 minutes or so, Envy's going to have the item progression that he wants.
Oh yeah, that's
and
like the C9 peak.
Yeah. All right, Bone 7 just killing the Necrobook.
Hey man, it's gold. In fact, they're using him up. I don't think they can actually get a kill, but you know, whatever.
Turn around and Midas. Greed. Don't care.
Efficiency, not greed.
Yeah.
So this Treant play, by the way, from pieliedie really reminded me of his Bounty Hunter from TI, right? Just like constantly enemy jungle. Not as effective because you can't snipe couriers, you can't, you know, blink track and give vision, but kind of doing the same thing. And he's basically using passive gold in game to get to this blink. Once he does get to the blink, I feel like the overgrowth is going to be a huge factor in these fights.
Farming with that passive gold.
Yeah. If you don't die, man, that's farm.
That's true. He does find out PPD here. Goes for the ulti.
Okay, and in fact, they're going to try to come in, but Sven, that's only going to hit on Envy. The Grave is keeping him alive immediately, though. Well, looks like he's going to get right click down. No, actually, nobody goes for him. The Earth Splitter, however, will get him. Ran in a straight line.
Yeah, I don't think he had much of a choice, actually. He kind of had to run straight.
Envy got to be careful.
Yeah,
Dazzle ulti does a lot here.
Yeah.
What's his armor right now on Terrorblade? It's going down.
Minus 22. It's going to wear off in a second. Universe with the stun.
Woo!
Nice.
Well, in fact, they're going to turn on Arteezy. The wolf form is out. The right clicks are coming through here. Very tanky, though. Got the Vlads. Got.
He will die here.
Okay.
That was strange.
Will he die a second time?
He could.
No, here comes the puck on the back line, forcing Zai away here, Arteezy.
It's very Ogre. Careful about this Ogre.
Oh, Envy has to run. No multi. Only 3x. I was like, no multi, just kidding. 3x multi. They get the return kill. Maybe a little bit greedy chasing Arteezy.
I mean,
that had to have been a bait, right? Like, there's no way he actually thinks he can TP there.
Yeah. I guess that was a bait.
That's a pretty next level bait. Just TPs and like, you know.
I mean, he knew Zai was coming in with the multis, man. Gotta have faith.
That's true.
He didn't even need to use Dragon and Stun there as well. He just threw out one casual 3x multi, no problem. Nice and D-warding here with the Necrobooks. And this is something he always does when he plays Lycan. Just use ulti form on Lycan to make your Necrobooks faster, to D-ward even more effectively.
I mean, when you're level 16, your shapeshift has almost, what? Well, like 30% uptime? Yeah.
Very little downtime.
I think it actually used to be more uptime, but they nerfed it a bit, so... Yeah, they nerfed the cooldown, actually. So.
True.
You're getting very close for a Hex on Puck, which it feels like Cloud9 doesn't really lack Disable. It feels like they just lack damage, right? I mean, Hex is always good. I'm not arguing against that, but just in general.
I think having a Hex is pretty instrumental, actually, for them, because if you have, like,
It's
a
Lycan's.
Dazzle, for example...
It's
Oh, he's
Lycan's.
going Lycan's. Okay. I was going to say, it's really nice for just having it so you don't have to necessarily initiate on PPD. You can just Hex him, and then you can get your combo on other heroes and then just get the kill.
Well, this is the spam Lycans on your Terrorblade game, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Something that EG did as well when they played the double Lycans game, just spamming it non-stop. Was really good against an anti-mage, I remember, in phase 2.
Yeah.
So similar in this game,
Yeah.
protect him.
That anti-mage could not even use Mana Void at all.
Yeah, it was a Storm and a Puck both buying Lycans.
Yeah.
Entire game, no Mana Void.
Even though the game scores 8-10, I feel like this has been a very action-packed game. Like both teams really effectively evading and helping out allies.
They're just not losing that many per engagement,
Yeah.
but there have been quite a few skirmishes, yes. So very active play from both teams. BKB, one of the bigger pickups here from Universe. He does show it immediately mid, but I don't think that matters, letting the enemy know.
The important... Ooh, actually, there's a wolf falling on Puck early on the top. Gotta be careful, because sometimes the wolf will attack you, and then your dagger gets cancelled, and the initiation can come.
Oh, they're trying to get him.
I think he's got Lycan, so he
Yeah.
should be fine.
I mean, it's optimistic at best trying to kill a Puck, especially with Aoi standing around here with his patented Yasha builds. Always the same items on his
Well, they
element.
definitely could get AI 2000. In fact, the multi-cap
Oh
will come
my
through
God.
immediately dead.
It's all Ogre.
Yeah.
That damage, though. For real. I mean, honestly, they had a couple of nice picks coming out from Cloud9. They were starting to get some really good farm on Envy, and then they just give away a few kills. And FATA now gonna find Zion side of the woods. There is a weave though, so I don't know if he's gonna be able to get this kill. And he does still have his Lycans up. He's gonna eat one of these stuns. Here comes the Stampede. The second stun goes on a Bone 7. He's dropping so fast. 4 staff away. Will end up dying. Not even able to get one stun off PPD. He does not have Grave. He will end up dropping to Envy, who is currently hasted right now. He's running towards Arteezy, who is trying to kill FATA. Still a weave on him. He's gonna try to go for the TP out. Gets Yules. Fears here as well. Actually wastes the bolt. Doesn't arc first. Doesn't get the damage off.
Oh, multicast. It's gonna come through. That's 2x. That's 2 more. Zai rolling the dice, man.
Yeah, Zai is doing so much work here.
Yeah.
He really has a massive impact from his Ogre. And you can always see this. When you finish Aghanims, you become twice the hero. You just do so much more. Solo killing Elder Titan.
Yeah. I feel like this game is gonna turn into like, you have these melee cores that are just trying to chase down hero on the side of EG. And you can't kill them because they have Puck, you know, they have Tree. These are kind of hard to kill hero. And on the side of Cloud9, you know, you have, normally Terrorblade just kills everything, but you have all this armor, you have all the Grave. So both teams really persisting in these team fights, nobody really dying, and that could explain the 9-13 score, despite the 32-minute of gameplay.
The pace of this game looks like it could definitely go into the ultra late game, by the way, where I still think that might be EG's choice here.
Yeah.
Remember when they played versus VP Polar and they just saw the Divine? They just said, hey, we're gonna take it to ultra late game, it's fine. It feels like they have a similar approach in this game because they're not pressuring at all against C9.
The big difference in that game was that EG had the whole map. They farmed everything.
Yeah.
But Cloud9 is definitely maintaining their own map control. I mean, in fact, look at the tier 1
They
mid.
are.
Yeah, they're keeping their towers alive. They're threatening the Roshan constantly because of that mid tier 1. So I feel like if it's a farming game, I think the Cloud9 support heroes in particular could get a little bit more gold and could definitely make a game out of this.
Yeah, also, nice deny on the double damage rune there. Envy wanted it, but the Wolf said no. Very nice play by Arteezy. Roshan just spawned up here as well.
And this is already the third Roshan. It's 32 minutes in, and we've already seen 2 kills, so this will be the time where EG definitely want to start thinking about getting into position, and they are already on it. Like, they are just moving down here straight away.
Arteezy's
nice
actually-
Yules there by FATA, by the way.
Arteezy is actually using his wolf form just like as a haste rune and run around. The uptime is pretty high.
Yeah, it's about 30% of the time. Alright, tower kill here by FATA, and he gives a silence on 2, jukes away. He's going to get stunned here once. Second one is going to be blocked by the Lycans. That timing, though.
In fact, he's actually chasing in pretty hard. Gotta be careful of the minus armor that's persisting on him.
Yeah, but it's so hard to do anything. I mean,
playing with the heroes.
It's a living armor, Yule Scepter, and of course, Lycan's puck. It's very hard to kill.
I love the fact that there is a illusion of Terrorblade and a Wolf in the Roshan pit. Just like both teams are constantly very aware of scouting. I mean, the next fight can be extremely important.
It could be. Both know what's up. It's a cheese as well. And top lane's being pressured by C9 here. Maybe EG was just want to try and sneak a roast during that timing. Lycan is going in.
I mean, I think Cloud9 is very aware of this. It just depends on whether they want to actually challenge or go for the top racks. And it looks like their heroes are just very spread. Too spread for this.
Yeah, it dies so fast. Even the Dazzle heal deals a lot of damage because you have 5 units in the front line there with the Wolves and Necrobook.
You know, Dazzle getting cheese is pretty key because I imagine Cloud9 want to remove him almost instantly. And normally you say, alright, Terrorblade just kills him in 1 second, but again, the armor will keep them alive for a very long time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Lycan only loses 9 armor to natural order, right? And then if you have Warcry with the items that Lycan has right now, he actually has 36 armor.
Yeah.
So that's a ton against Terrorblade, who is nothing but physical damage.
Terrorblade is impressive right now when he's just farming and getting a lot of value. He is catching up slowly to Lycan here, but as you said, how much damage will he deal in the first big 5-on-5 fight? Because I feel Dazzle and Sven could nullify a lot of it.
I think Cloud9 might need a little bit of luck here. If they get a Rune of Destiny, that can change everything. On the mid lane, they're going to make it go on Arteezy. Bringing away the Aegis can be good, but look at how tanky. Magi's driving under the coil. Come at me, bro. The Zeus ult's going to come out, and the disengage is going to happen here. Earth Splitter is going to bring Arteezy low, but that's AC Blats.
Okay. Does not care at all, in fact. Just keeps going.
It always impresses me how these players are playing the game. They get initiated on, well, actually, here comes round 2, but Grave is right there.
I mean, he has his team behind him.
FATA! It's gonna get multied, and he's also dead.
Very deep dive there by FATA. Nice bait by Arteezy, I suppose, but they should know that everyone is right behind him there. Johnson is pretty optimistic.
Yeah. He hasn't got punished so far, but the punish is pretty painful.
Yeah, and you die once on puck here, this is gonna open up at least 2 towers.
And damage on the 3rd. Like, they push so fast.
Oh yeah, they could.
Dear
Look
God,
at
that
tower.
damage.
That armor though on Lycan, like, it's just completely ridiculous when they use the Warcry.
I mean, that was without weave, so now he's going to get weaved. He's going to have another Warcry going up high ground. He has 50 armor right now.
Oh, got a glyph, and here we go. They're actually nice initiation and bone 7.
Illusion's doing nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately, buyback on puck. The overgrowth hits nothing because somebody got Yules instead. A little bit of miscommunication here. There is a Black King bar on Envy. He needs magical immunity and quick retreat coming out from Evil Geniuses.
I mean,
They want to chase.
Oh,
I'm not sure about this.
trying to find anything. They have the puck ulti, but that's an Aegis still. Are you gonna go on Arteezy here?
They feel like they need to get a lot out of this because puck bought back. They are going to get the aces. But look at the initiation from Universe. He is taking a ton of damage. He needs to Warcry. He will get out.
Oh.
Envy though, can he actually thunder? He gets it off. He gets it off against Arteezy. Arteezy will run away, but they do lose Universe. On the right side, pieliedie. No multi just yet. FATA takes 1 here. He does have phase, but the Abyssal Blade comes out from Arteezy. I think he just bought it on the side shop. Meanwhile, Envy still chasing on Hero. Fear is running away. Keep in mind the big bad wolf is still nearby. Everybody's so low. I think it's time for disengage for Cloud9.
Yeah, there's an Ogre Magi coming and he's angry.
The multicast 4x. Maybe another 4x. Envy's being massively pinged by Cloud9. The blanket, the multi. My goodness. The burst damage is just so unparalleled from Evil Geniuses.
Zai is actually the carry here of EG. Zai is doing all the damage with his Ogre Magi.
I think he solo killed 2 heroes while Arteezy was running away, and then he manages to help kill Envy as well with Fear. So,
yeah,
I don't know. What do you do? Like, Zai has a massive impact on every single hero that he plays.
And he has travels now as well. That's just going to be even worse to go up against. Dear God. He's going top. Dude, he's angry.
Oh my God, he's actually diving under this. No multicast on the first one. Might actually have paid for it if the overgrowth's gonna come through here. Look at the multi though. I don't know about this pieliedie going this.
Oh my
you
God.
don't gank Ogre.
Oh, he's going.
Ogre ganks you.
Okay, Zai just bossing down pieliedie, saying, hey man, I'm Ogre. Never back down.
Cloud9 gotta be extremely poised in the next couple of minutes. You lose one fight, you don't have Glyph, you just lose like 1 or 2 lane of racks.
Yeah, and luckily pieliedie respawns really fast. I guess that's one of the upsides here for C9 as they need to defend.
I don't know, I think this is maybe where EG want to try to go for a Rax. There is no Glyph on the side of Cloud9. It is still kind of dangerous though.
I still think EG are going to play it even more passive because they are aiming for the ultra late game. You can tell by the way they're playing this game, they are not in any rush to take racks of C9.
Yeah, I think they wanted to make a poke because the metamorphosis was down for at least like 10-20 more seconds. So as soon as they know you're not getting a free kill, you're not getting a free tower, they'll back off. Very, very disciplined play.
Yeah. Also, Fear is doing a good job every fight of just trying to spam Arc Lightning on the puck to break his Lycan.
Yeah.
He did that in the mid-team fight, and then the Sven came in. Puck got brought down solo immediately by that, so Fear doing a lot of work from his Zeus.
We talked about how Fear and Zai is doing so much work. I think it's because you need to focus on Arteezy and Universe. These are kind of high priority, high damage targets. That is allowing PPD, that's allowing Zai to really stay back and keep chucking out their spells.
Yeah. Even though EG just took the bottom tower, wouldn't be surprised to see him just kick back completely and say, hey, you can come out on the map again. We have an Ogre.
Oh,
does he find the courier?
Oh, he needs overgrowth. Okay, he paid for it though.
He just got obliterated.
Yeah, Zai just killed the courier as well. It had nothing important on it, but still, sending a message, man. Even your chicken.
Envy doing a little bit of split push up top. Actually, if you EG, you just like push hard and force him back. Manta is down. In fact, he has to TP.
Never a big fan of trading against Terrorblade, but you do have Lycan, so I guess you can.
Oh, here comes the initiation. Bone 7 will force that back. The blink ignition, though. FATA will have coil available. Universe gonna get taken up in here. That's re-engaged. Universe pops the BKB. The coil's not doing much. Meanwhile, on the right side here, Envy, he wants to fight. He pops the BKB. He's focusing on Arteezy. They will get Arteezy. The thing is, they got the rack, so I think Cloud9 needs to get way more. Force that forward from Bone 7. He has blink in a couple seconds, but he's got to be careful. If you blink into an Ogre, you can just die.
The poor man Centaur ulti, the war cry, running away.
Yeah, I think Fear even popped his ulti to make sure that Bone 7 couldn't blink there, so he couldn't go for Universe.
I think Cloud9 needs to push across the other side and at least force out a buyback from Arteezy.
Yeah, I believe so, but Zai is also on top of things.
Can they though? Can they actually force his buyout? Because I don't think they push fast enough.
No.
No, it looks like they're not even trying.
I mean, you don't buy out for a tier 2 defense.
No,
unless you know you can win a fight and get some kills, and obviously that's not going to be the case.
And we're coming to that point where Sven as well turns into a beast. He almost has the Daedalus. And of course, there is the Ogre Magi buffing out with Bloodlust. So this is very, very scary late game coming from EG. I like their approach to playing against TB and the way they drafted. I'm often a big fan of EG's drafts, but this one in particular is really nice.
Yeah, I love the Sven idea. Like, the offlane Sven for me is what made this draft so at least interesting to watch, because normally you put Universe on heroes like Jakiro, sometimes Void. Not necessarily super active early game heroes, but this time he's been very, very active. I mean, he's still got 6-1-1, but during the early game, he was all the kills.
Yeah. A lot of those came from the lanes, though. And
yeah, that's very true.
He did have a period where he was rotating and wasn't able to actually find too much. And I think that's where EG had a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But they did recover very well.
Puck, of course, bought the Dagon in this game, which can seem strange, but I think it's a fine item.
I think it's a great item. They need damage.
Because there's so much armor, you can't really right-click through it. You need some magical extra damage. And it's also great against Grave from PPD. If you get a high-level Dagon, you can maybe surprise and kill people before they get the Grave off.
Yeah. At least that's going to force out the Grave to come out much earlier.
Exactly, or at least force out the early casts.
Cloud9, sensing the fact that they are very behind right now. They need a good fight. They need to find a couple of pickoff.
Well, this is a very important fight about to break loose here.
They don't have division, though. That's kind of the key. They will see, I think, EG heroes move. No, they don't. They don't see anything. Good disengage here coming out from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, they feel it. They can feel the smoke is coming, but...
Yeah, just backing all to the towers.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're not yourself smoked, you just think, okay, well, The other team could be, because we see how heavily pushed in bottom lane is.
Oh, they're gonna engage.
Man.
This is really a big dive. I'm not sure about this, but Zai, look at his health. The Great will come out right now, but here comes the clean. It's doing so much damage. Envy losing a ton of health, but he's still right-clicking away. Envy, he gets the pistol, but he is gonna get off a... No, he does not! Very on the last tick. And look at Sven, he's cleaving for like 1,400.
Oh my god. That was so close.
Universe actually just killed every single one of Envy's illusions in like one swing.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the team fight was kind of over from there, because one Terrorblade attacking you is one thing, but usually it's the army that you have to worry about, and Universe also one-shot Owie. Like, just punched him.
Until you have evasion, you need that butterfly on Terrorblade, else Sven is gonna wreck you. Same with Lycan's right clicks. Of course, not as fearsome for the illusions, but Sven definitely a strong hero against TB.
How did the Centaur die so fast? He has a Shiva Scar in the middle of everything. He just kind of disappeared.
Sven and Lycan, when you have God Strength on, and AC on your team, Vlad's for bonus damage, Weave on top of that, like...
Look at these Rexes!
The physical damage from EG is insane.
These buildings look like they're made out of paper.
I mean, it is 45 minutes in, right? So we kind of expect teams to push a little bit faster.
This is Cloud9's last stand. They have to get a lot of work done.
Yeah, but they don't even have puck available.
Here we go. That's the Sun. Universe taking a ton of damage. He will pop the BKB, but he will die. Overgrown will keep Arteezy locked down. He abyssals, but he's going to die here pretty much. Well, Fear on the backline doing so much damage, though. In fact, Zai's going to come in with the multicast. Can he get up the Sunder? He can't. He's stress swapping. Can he? Sunder? All right, he got off a Sunder. And meanwhile, as the chase going the other way, here comes Puck. He sees Zai. Zai's going to give him a couple multi before he dies. On the back line here, they will get Fear as well. It is close to a 4-man. Why I say that though, Fear is going to go up. Force that high ground.
Be able to get him here.
Yeah.
Chasing him down. So a lot of kills going the way of C9, but their base is so damn destroyed after this. They do have top, but no tower as well. Losing two sides.
For the remainder of the game, Cloud9 has to win.
14,000 experience?
Oh god.
Okay. Decent team fight.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, for the entire remainder of the game, Cloud9 has to win every single fight. You lose one more fight, you're done.
Yes.
This could be a good timing though. Like if they could manage to make something happen here after seeing so many buybacks, here we go. BKB Papa University wants to go on Envy right away. The Abyssal Blade comes out, he gets forced steps away. He's gonna be able to sunder Arteezy. He's forced back. Universe in this fight.
Universe is dead and the chase goes the other way. Both Seven's gonna land a stun on Fair. Fair gets forced up away. On the back line though, the creeps are entering the base of Cloud9. BKB activated, but BKB is down. Fair is down.
C9 are doing it?
Well, they're not doing anything. They're gonna go back and defend. This is just the beginning of many, many team fights that Cloud9 has to win heavily.
Yeah, but they gotta get Roshan from this unless something happens here. EG not really in a position to stop it.
They use multiple buybacks for this too. That's kind of the key thing.
Yeah, there's no buyback available now for Sven or Zeus. I don't think Zeus bought back.
Oh, here comes the carry side. Multi. Okay.
I mean, he does have a hood as well, so you need to get the highest multis possible, pretty much.
Oh, it's gonna come the other way. Arteezy is gonna get overgrown. But here comes the meanwhile, in the back line, Envy is gonna get the Aegis, the cheese, and the bottles on the ground. Somebody's gotta collect the cheese. Zai walks in, thanks for the cheese, bro. Meanwhile, the multicast is gonna come out. Coil's gonna hit on two. They want PBD. No, they want Arteezy instead. The right click. The Abyssal Blade's gonna come out. Envy's really stunned up. One multi's gonna come out. You gotta kill Zai. He's just doing so much work. Force step on the high ground.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I mean, Zai has to be one of the best players in the world. There's no doubt about it. He's just so impressive. At the point where you have this many farm heroes and you're still impressed by how much the Ogre is carrying the team fights, it's just amazing what he can do.
But Cloud9 has a rare window of opportunity where they actually have a creep wave streaming down the mid. And they could actually take, maybe breach high ground. Keep in mind the buybacks are already down for EG. So if you get a very good team fight, there is a universe where Cloud9 could actually get some buildings.
Yeah, and they have been taking good fights now with the butterfly as well on TB. You're even stronger. Dagon getting upgraded for FATA. I think C9 are in a better spot than they have been in the entire game.
Yeah, the initiation is going to come through. Bone 7 will whiff this one. Bone 7, he's been initiating very well this game.
He got the stun on him, but Zai just forced before.
I mean, that top push, when EG eventually get the racks, they get double stunned. Alright, stun on the bone 7. Blink in from FATA. Gets a silence on Universe, and Zai just decides to back it up. I mean, keep in mind, they don't have Aoi here, so...
Aoi does have future travel, though.
Yeah, with Aegis still, it's maybe possible for them to go, but it looks like they're just going to decide to back up.
A good attempt from Cloud9, but again, they need to keep winning fights. That's the only way.
This is a very, very impressive first game in the best of 5 grand finals. C9 and EG really showing that this is finals material.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that these teams maybe were just like on another level for the rest of the tournament, even though Cloud9 showed a little bit of shakiness against VP.
Yeah.
I think when you're playing against really good opponents that you respect, you have a tendency to actually play better than normal.
The shakiness is gone. They're playing much better now than they played against VP. C9 are in great shape. And also, they just came from, in a way, a 3-game winning streak against VP.
Sure.
Yeah. So, you know, momentum.
Ogre is streaming out. They see him. The blink silence is going to be there. Ogre force up in the trees, but they see him. The clap's going to be there. He popsicles, but he's really in a terrible position. Actually, there's no sight. They see him now, and Zai's going to get brought down. That's a big part of their damage. And keep in mind that he did not buyback, but he doesn't have buyback anyways. This is a prime opportunity for Cloud9. Aegis is running out fairly soon, I want to say.
Yeah, they can keep pushing here. This is an amazing spot. They did use meta quite a while ago now, but they have half the duration pretty much.
Yeah.
More than enough time for one poke here, and that could be enough to take racks even. Let's see what EG are going to do about it.
Ogre's a big part of the damage, not just for the multicast. They need the bloodlust. They need the damage output. Here comes the glyph, and that building without the glyph will also melt like paper. The right clicks are coming through for Envy. Look at how quickly it drops. It's focusing on the melee racks. How much deeper do you want to go if you're Cloud9? Do you go for another lane of racks?
I think you take one and back out.
No, they're thinking about moving top. That weave is working. It's magic, though. Look at the minus armor.
Yeah. They're going to back off in the end. I mean, you want to take 2 racks immediately there, just even out the game, but at the same time, you just got racks, you won a lot of good team fights, back up, get some items, you know, spend your money and be happy. EG trying to go for something here.
I think they just smoked under a ward, though. They had a ward in the base, so...
Well, here's the thing. If you just smoke into the enemy in front of the Terra forwards and start fighting Cloud9 there...
I mean, it's very obvious. This is something that C9 have to know about.
I mean, they're running into them. I'm not sure if this is obvious to Cloud9. Envy, he's by himself. He might get abyssal. Oh, he needs the BKB. In fact, he does. Can they turn with this? Metamorphosis is down for 39 seconds. With that said, though, he does have Aegis. He does have Aegis, though. He's going to waste a lot of stuff on him. He is going to come back alive. The Earthbird is going to come out here. Envy, there's nothing to protect him. He's going to get brought down. Match is going to get used. The crit for Rio. Envy, he's losing too much health. And the blink stun, he dies. He has buyback, and he has to use it right now. No, he doesn't have it for 10 seconds. The glyph is going to have to be used. Bone 7, he gets multi. He gets stunned. Bone 7 is barely hanging on. He's dead.
I mean, that's 3 heroes dead with no buyback. Of course, they buyback now on TB, but that's not going to do anything. He's dead.
Sunder? No, he can't even sunder.
That's GG.
It might have been a very obvious smoke, but EG just streamed down mid, and that's all they needed to do. Great pickoff. What a game 1.
Maybe a bit more hairy than EG would have liked it. I think at some point in the game it was looking pretty grim for Cloud9. They had a really nice comeback during the mid to late game where they went up mid, they got Roshan, they managed to take a very impressive counter racks, but in the end that smoke at the end was just the nail in the coffin more or less.
Yeah, I think when Cloud9's winning these fights, they're always